What's up? I hope we can see me today. I hope that we're all here having a great day. I pressed the go live button. So hopefully we're all set up, good to go. We had a bit of a delay the other day, but today we are here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Phil X, Jonathan Schaefer, Armani Webb, Bitcoin, and Top 10 already in the chat. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Much love. Hopefully we throw up those otters in the chat and we can get started here because I've pressed the button in order to hopefully make sure that we can jump into the charts here and not delay because, you know, we've got each other here. I'm going to pop out the chat so I can see you guys and we can get all set up and ready to go here. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It's a beautiful Sunday morning in Australia and it's Saturday for you guys. And we are in the Bitcoin universe, but let's hold up for a second because I know that a couple of the otters in the Discord have made some pretty nice gains on that beautiful Matic. Dave Digital in the chat, Sniper's Nightmare with the wrenches. Shout out to you guys. Saturday, throwing it down. Let's look at Matic. And we were looking at Matic. Me and Felix were looking at Matic last night, and we were like, oh, man, we want to jump in. And I went to bed, and Matic had hit a peak, and it had dropped down. Now, can there be more room for Matic to move up? Quite possibly. We'll take a look at it later on. But let's talk about the corn here, because we all trying to farm some corn. So I hope y'all have your cowboy hats on, and you're saying, Jonathan Schaefer saying, howdy partners. We all out here chasing bull flags, wondering when Bitcoin's gonna pop. I'm getting my coffee on, and that magical bean juice that we like to drink, that you know keeps us aware and ready to work. So let's look at the charts here. Well, we've had a level and we've come up and we've touched it, and we are still in this beautiful long trade from down here. I have taken profits once, and guess what? We have yet to pop yet. I've put my entry my stop loss at the entry, and I'm looking for a pop. 25x long, JIC. Well, where is this going? Are we getting delayed here? Is this weekend volume ever gonna pop? Caffeine, America's second drug. Yes, yes indeed. I think that's a world-renowned drug because no matter where I go, there's coffee aflow. So let's get out and let's take a look at the market cipher. Shout out to everybody out there joining us in this live stream. I appreciate every single one of you. We out here trying to make some profits, but we got the weekly candle coming up. Now, what is going on with this weekly candle, right? What is gonna be coming to us with, I don't like to remove that trend line because it's there to remind me. Damn, this is a bullish candle. This is a bullish engulfing of all candles. And it looks like just buy the dip and long the Ponzi. Yeehaw. Alcohol was first, the caffeine, so people could do more work. Iron Edge Ninja is shouting out woo like the Ric Flair in the chat. We got Top 10 throwing the dollar signs. We got Dave Digital talking about addictions in America. We out here. So the weekly looks very engulfing. We did get this reverse candle. It brought us down, but we're looking to print a very bullish candle. So we'll wait to see where it will come in. Now, for me, what I am watching on this is if this candle does get rejected in the next couple days and it comes down below this candle here and it fails to swing above it, then that to me will be a small bearish sign, not a complete bear sign, but a small bearish sign that's saying, hey, we could have another retracement down before we pop. Alex Crypto, check out the fact that on the daily, we just retested the upper trend line, and we are now off to the races. I did see that. I saw that we did come up on this 25, and we did pop down. So possibly we could be getting rejected here. Thank you so much, Jonathan Cipher, for being in the chat, supporting this channel. Much love to you, bro. I appreciate you. Do you think we have to drop first before going up? Are we allowed to say Lifer sucks here? Well, we're not going to say anybody sucks here because we're trying to spread the love. Everybody has their own trading style. So I would not suggest saying Lifer sucks here, especially with that beautiful wrench beside your name, Dave Digital. We are here to support anybody on their journey of becoming a trader, and we all are entitled to our opinions, but let's try to be kind nonetheless. So going through the dailies here, we message retracted. Oh, man. So going through this, we were saying this the other day with worry about having a bearish divergent. Jonathan Cipher has posted his chart in the Otter Discord chart. I will pull that up and get into that, and we can look at that as well. Thank you so much, Jonathan Cipher, for sharing that with us. So he says with the daily being rejected here at the top, but we're going through the market cipher. We'll get into that chart as well once I jump into the Discord and go over that. So as we go through here, we can see that prices come up. Dave Digital's got me laughing hard already. Oh, man. Okay, reset. We were worried about a bearish divergence here. A bearish divergence here on the mid to high time frames here. Now, when I look at this, I can see that we have failed to come above and get above this 25K. You can see that price is slowly starting to curl down, but it is weekend volume. That's the one thing that we have to be aware of, right? Is that this weekend volume is obviously pretty stagnant, and we do have, very hidden bearish divergence here as well. That can bring us down, so we need to be careful. I think I'm high time frame. Yes. I think you are high time frames. But when we look at the market cipher, we can see that there's still room to grow here, right? Some of us are growers, some of us are showers. So we got to be careful in the sense that Bitcoin has still much room to grow here, and money flow is a thick chick. So we got to be careful here that we be very kind to Bitcoin. If it is a grower, we can be very careful here because it looks like it has room. It has room to move up. We've had money flow on the 16, the 18, and the daily bounce and pop back up, right? This pop back up was where I entered the trade. So let's be very cautious because money flow is more of a long-term indicator showing us that, money is staying in he doesn't like me. Well, we can all get along. Is that a headboard behind you? That is actually Mrs. Otter, and I have Mama Otter visiting. This is an air mattress for Mama Otter who visited us. So this is also the padded wall that I use when I make a bad trade, and I run into it. So I definitely have multiple uses for this, but we definitely have Mama Otter all the way from Canada visiting in Australia, and this is not a headboard, Dave Digital, but we do have a nice queen blow up mattress. If it was green, it could double as maybe I go and I'll buy a green sheet, and we can definitely use it as a green screen. We just tuck it in behind, and we'll be good to go. That is a great idea, Dave Digital, always with the ideas. So as we get into our 10, the 8, and the 6, we can see that money flow is pretty much flat, and we are curling down with lower lows and lower lows on the market cipher, right? VWAP tends to be running in the middle, and I believe this is mostly because of the weekend volume. Like when we pull up the volume, we can see that we have definitely leveled off here. Iron Edge Ninja says he needs to line his walls with those, so hopefully that when you have time, please check Ada. So we'll put Ada and Matic. Absolutely, we'll check that out. Snipe, you can borrow that when Mama Otter leaves. So Mama Otter's here, and looking at the corn, we can see that on these time frames, volume has died out, and on the 4, so I believe there's more room for it to pop here. It looks like, money flow is still remaining in the green on the shorter term time frames. And for me, it has not fully given me a signal of a reversal yet. What does that mean? Like, I'm looking for something very aggressive and denied, right? With volume. And that typically comes on a Monday morning when I'm at work, but luckily I have the weekend off with Mama Otter being in Sydney, Australia, that I will be able to possibly catch this trade. So that's what we'll be looking for on Monday morning, Sunday afternoon for you guys. The highlighter is very aggressive. I'm sorry, Dave. We'll go back to the beautiful red marker here. We'll look at Monday and Sunday when we finally put in the final weekly candle for us to get a better sign of what has yet to come, right? We're looking, you are in Sydney. Yes, we are in Sydney. Just moved here, and good day, mate. Fair income. We're learning all the Sydney slang, Sydney ciders. Good times. So, in the short-term time frame, what are we looking to trade? Well, basically, we have this very, very small range here. We have this at the bottom here. I'm going to drop this right down into here. We're going to pull a volume profile for this entire range just to have a quick peek at what's going on. That was an M for Mama Otter. Oh, it's so good. I love it. So, for me, you can see that there's a volume spike just up here. If you look to the left. So, this will be the bottom of my range. Obviously, we came below it as well. So, we'll keep that there. This will be the range that I'm looking to trade right now as a short-term scalping trade and letting the trade run. Where can we pull a fib here for some confluence? Maybe price will drop down and give us some ideas of where it wants to go. That would be at the bottom of here. So I'd still be looking, if I'm looking for a retracement, if price does decide to come down with low volume, anywhere in between this area here, I will be looking for maybe a possible long, right? So right now, not much volume on the Bitcoin. Change around your beautiful alerts so that you can know when price is moving up. See, I missed this one, but I'm looking for something more aggressive up into this 25.2 area for me in order to be looking for a short or some sort of play where we get a sign of rejection with heavy rejection, right? Not just this little wick. I mean, this would have been a nice little short scalp, I'm sure, if we zoom in on the 12. I really understands Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin. I like to make it my my beaver. We'll put it that way. I make it my beaver. But money flow is thick. Yes, it is. So for me right now, be patient. If you're trying to trade this currently, it's about getting in on wicks like this. So look for price to work its way down now. I believe that this is a lower low. So you can see lower low, right? So I'd be looking for something here. And then maybe a reversal with a higher low if you're scalping this, right? So right now the trade is we're looking to scalp. We would pull this to here. We would know that this is a support line. So I'd be looking somewhere in here to jump into a short scalp. And then obviously, because the trend has reversed, this would be my idea for that. And then as we work down, I'd look for a reversal pattern where we put in something like a higher low, and that would be my attack to long it, right? But right now with the volume, there's not much going on with the Bitcoin besides this sideways movement and this bull flag, right? If we go out, we can look. We can go out and maybe this drop down was an anomaly. I did get into a long here. I'm still holding it up 120%. But definitely this looks like some sort of flag, right? Without this. But yeah. A lot of people were saying, oh, head and shoulders and stuff like that. Right now, I don't know what we're thinking. But what we should be doing is just be patient for the levels. Look for a pump possibly up or down, but I'm going to keep you updated on the Discord in order to hopefully get into a good position for a long or a short, depending on what price wants to do. I'm going to go over and look at ADA. ADA is awesome. I haven't done TA on ADA in a while. Amazing. So we had this wedge. We broke out of this wedge to the downside. We're going to go on the daily. How we all doing? How's your weekend going? What have you guys done? I went out to the harbor yesterday and ate some flathead fish. I've never had flathead fish before. It was delicious. Out in the Sydney harbor. Totally touristy day. Down only 4. I'm in 4 shorts. I'm guessing you're in a short on Matic, LRC, XRP, and OP or something like that. Fancy seeing you here, Dave Digital, Nomad Dad with the wrench. So looking at ADA right now, we're gonna pull volume across. Woo-hoo. This is quite the area of volume. So you can see we are being rejected from a support line. That's very easy to see. We will pull volume all the way across. Take a look at where the point of control is. So if ADA is to continue upwards, just from volume profiles, you can see that this was definitely respected. We are trying to get above this range. So when we look at ADA right now, never mind these lines from down below. I can delete every single one of these. But when we look at ADA here, we can see that this is our range, right? We pull the square here. We can see our square is here, and we're trying to get up into this square here. We know that this right here is our point of control, right? So when we're looking at this, we're looking for a rejection because right now we're at the value area high of this range, right? We are very much at the very top. We've touched once, we've touched twice, and we can see that just like Bitcoin is, this would be our 25K for Bitcoin as if for ADA, right? So you can see there's thick volume, very evenly distributed. That's why when ADA is in this range, it isn't moving. I'm not far away. Alex, I'm not far away from you, apparently, in Newcastle here. Amazing. First timer on this channel. Welcome, Nomad Dad. So glad that you're here. Shout out to you. Canadian and Australia. We're out here. Give me a price entry, please. So for our trade setup, I can give you a price entry of how I would look to trade this. I would go into my 1 hour. I would pull the volume for this. Oof. This is very sideways action. And you really want to trade ADA, that's okay. Look at this Wick. That's John Wick has been in the house hanging out with ADA. So you're looking for a rejection on ADA right now. I wouldn't be looking for I wouldn't be looking for a short. I'd be looking for a short somewhere in this range here. And if we were to come down and retest, we'd be looking for a long, pardon me, we'd be looking for along somewhere around the bottom of this trend line here. I don't think I'd go off this golden pocket. If I was going to long ADA, it would be definitely, this would be my range right here. You can see that it's been respected. So I'd be looking for longs from the bottom, shorts from the top. This would be my where I'd be looking for ADA. Definitely play with caution. You can see that you had massive wickage here, right? So you don't want to be jumping into something. Drink something, Mrs. Otter. Alex needs water. Alex needs coffee. Mrs. Otter, you got to prove that you're real. Oh, thank you so much, Mrs. Otter. Say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Thanks, Mrs. Otter. What a legend. Alex, when you gonna go live? I can't see you yet. Don't be like that, Dave Digital. Oh my God! Don't do that to me. I didn't hit the go live button the other day, and that's Mrs. Otter. Everybody, she's out here keeping me on the caffeine. So yeah, Ada. I mean, it's very sporadic right now. I'd be very careful with ADA. You can see the wicks on ADA looking to trade this. But yeah, somewhere around 42 cents, I'd be looking for an entry for a short. And then if it does continue downwards, I'd be looking at 39, 40 cents, right? Not 40 cents, 39.50. Oh, that was fast. How did you make that? You ran all the way up to the Colombian Mountains for this beautiful... Oh, thank you, Mrs. Otter. Oh, made with love. That was made with love. We're going to be profitable today, boys and girls. Thank you, Mrs. Otter. Appreciate you. All right, so let's go into Matic. That was awesome. Mrs. Otter, special delivery service. Thank you so much, Nomad Dad, for joining us. Dave Digital, he knows that's something you'd usually say. Yeah, absolutely. So we can see on Matic here that we have had a massive, big, huge daddy God candle here that has popped up into this brand new range. And I was saying the other day that, look, this range here, we're looking for definitely it to continue higher, right? It says week high, right? Gang, Dave, and Nomad, Mrs. Otter Kangaroo for dinner. We'll see. We'll see what we have. Maybe some wallaby, maybe some llamas. But we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful here with price action on Matic because it's not Ottermatic trading Matic. It's typically very confusing with Matic because it tends to pump out of control whichever way it wants. So we've had this huge pump here. We have a value area high of the previous range. If we zoom out, we can see when looking at this would be our high from previous times with lots of volume, right? So right now, look for it to fill up this gap below because we all like a good gap to fill. So when looking at that, we're going to be looking for price to work its way down. Understandably, that we're going to come down, fill the gap, and probably pop up and continue upwards with Matic. Right now, we've had a nice rejection, which I know a lot of the otters have jumped in and gotten that trade, made some nice profits on Matic, but we need to be patient right now looking at it because we have had this nice move down, which has come up here. A nice, beautiful, wow, 5%. And that's a great trade on the weekend. So congratulations to, I believe, Sniper's Nightmare got into this and Felix got into this. So Otter pop up might happen here if we look at the price action and where we've come to. So looking at the 1 hour, I wanted to just have a quick look at what the fibs and the beautiful market cipher will give us here in order to be trading this. So that doesn't really work for me. Maybe something in here. 786 curling up. That could be a significant low. You see we had exhaustion here on the 1 hour. Let's see on the 2 hour. That might come a little bit lower. Yeah, boy. Felix making them gains, bud. Let's go. This might be significant low because we have multiple touches along here. So it's hard to read. Maybe we come off the 0.5 here. It's hard to read when we have such a swift move up where our retracement can come from. Obviously, the main one would be off of these lows here. So you can see we have low here, or a high here when we look to the left. So we would use these in confluence with these ones here, 1 and 2, to pull a fib, right? And when we pull that fib, we can see that we've come down. Maybe we're popping off the 0.5, but look for more of a reversal pattern when trading Matic. You can see that we clearly have lower lows. So if we fail right now to put in another, if we fail to put in a lower low and we get, or if we put in a lower low like that, and then we put in a higher low on the momentum waves, well, guess what? We're going to pop off, right? So this is what I'm looking for on Matic if we're looking to long it. Otherwise, I believe it will continue back down into the range down below. It has had a very nice move up over the past week or so. Since, the 15th of February, it has gone pretty parabolic all the way up almost 30%, right? So with Matic, I'd be very cautious because it looks like it's cooling off a little bit, and this isn't a strong high. So you're right in the middle of the range, as you can see with this box. So if you are trading this, be patient, be cautious. Maybe we can pull this box here. We'll get rid of it, and we'll put it right now, the bottom of that box here, and this can be our range for now. I'd be looking for it to work its way either down or pop off and continue up to this top. So that's my range right now for Matic. Be cautious out there. Maybe I'll look for a Matic trade with you guys today in the Discord. So don't forget to throw those likes up. Subscribe if you haven't already. We out here trying to give you the most utterly delicious content on a daily basis coming at you live. We are growing nice and steadily with a great community, having good times. I'm a carpenter by trade, and I'm trying to show that no matter what, you can come to the charts, extract some profits, and pay yourself, even if you're working a 7 to 3 job like me, swinging a hammer. Can educate yourself, learn how to trade, get into some trades with good risk management and preservation of capital. You can grow an account and make some extra coin on the side, is what we're all about. Thank you so much, Nomad Dad. I appreciate having you here. I appreciate everybody in here. Iron Edge Ninja, wondering if we're going to have some crocodile. Crikey. Some crocodile and some alligator out in Australia. Maybe we put on our, my missus' Crocodile Dundee hat here. I'm gonna go catch some gators. All right. So we got we're in the outback here in Bitcoin. We're looking for the price to move. We've been patient here. We've been patient. We've been waiting, and hopefully we don't get this reversal pattern. Hopefully it comes and it fakes out. Hopefully it comes and it fakes out, and it pops up. Oh man, things you be doing, live streaming. Thanks for the Nice hat. Anna Green Gables style here. Protection from the sun. Making sure that even if you're wearing Carhartt, not sponsored, not financial advice, tradesman Carhartt along with the Daisy Duke hat, that we can be profitable here. So let's look at a good old friend, Ethereum. And Ethereum is pretty cool. Roomy is gammy. Best intro is getting roux mince and fill it with flavor. Make a curry if that's your thing to disguise the gammy flavor. Thank you, Nomad Dad. I will definitely be doing that because me and Mrs. Otter, we love a good curry. She makes a great curry. So maybe we try that. We haven't had any kangaroo yet. But I heard the kangaroos outpopulate the Australians. And have you guys ever seen that video of the kangaroo with the six-pack ready to fight and it was attacking the dog? I mean, that's my idea of what a kangaroo is. So yeah, that sounds good. Did you say profit on the side? I'm looking to add enough profit to actively do anything side. Just have investments and trade. Absolutely. 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 We're looking to make those gains over time. Investing is key to longevity in this market. But yes, I want to help extract profits and help us all have a life of freedom, right? That's what it's all about. You know, crypto to me is freedom. It's about building a community. It's about all of us helping each other. And it's about all of us making all that beautiful, beautiful cash money in order to free ourselves and free up some time to spend with loved ones and people we care about, right? That's what it's all about. But we got to learn this first. So looking at Ethereum, you can see that we have come up to key levels. I'm going to delete some of this stuff here just because it's too many lines. Too many lines on the screen. It's all about this. It's all about this in this community. Okay. So I will drag this one up here. Ethereum looks very much in a range as well. You can see that this range has followed through all the way through here. So right now, very similar to Bitcoin. Every coin seems to have this level that it cannot get above, right? We have a strong high above here, but we also know that we have not been able to punch through this previous high here. So with Ethereum, it's very much of the same thing. Now I know in March with Ethereum that we do have the release the Kraken. We have the release of staking, and there's been lots of news about staking lately, so we got to be careful. Don't forget to join us on the Discord. Jonathan Cipher sending this to us. What a great guy. Thank you so much, Jonathan Cipher. We got that trend line that we've been watching. We also have this trend line down below, and we have a big, huge popping candle that's sending us to the moon. Well, maybe that is what's going to happen here, Jonathan Cipher. So be careful with Ethereum, also trading in the range, failing to get above. But Jonathan Cipher sharing in the Discord. Don't forget to join us in the Discord. It's free. We're all there sharing our ideas and how we can possibly extract more profits from the chart. And a lot of people have this beautiful trend line here. I got to organize my chart a bit more. I'm sorry about this, my friends, but can't always be prepared. So he has one here. If you do hold control on your mouse or on your keyboard, we can see that possibly we have broken out of this. Right? And it looks like we're bouncing off. Top 10, have a great sleep. Hope you're doing well. thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday evening / Sunday morning. Take care. Good night. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. We appreciate you. And then Jonathan Cipher seemed to have just drawn a big dirty wick like this, and we're going to we're going to outer space. Good night, Sniper's Nightmare. Get some rest, man. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Can't sleep. STG still dropping. Take your profits and run, my friend. Take your profits and run. So, obviously, people are sharing their ideas on Bitcoin. I mean, I was looking at something on Twitter. You know, BTC. This King La Crypto has some pretty interesting ideas if you want to follow him and follow me on Twitter, but he always posting ideas and setups. You can see that there's a magnet here at 28,000 because we have that beautiful volume gap. So he's shared this with the community. So we can see that there's not much holding us here besides this last resistance, right? So placing 100x longs now, right? And we do have an FOMC minutes coming out, and this is, I'll change this to the UTC. We have the minutes coming out Wednesday at 6 p.m. or whenever it is in America. But for UK time, 7 p.m. on a Wednesday. I believe you guys are -5 over on the Eastern Standard Time. So that would be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have the minutes. We have personal income, core PCE coming out next week. So there is some news coming out that can move the markets. So we need to be very careful on what's going on with the news, because news has seemed to move the price quite significantly lately, especially with Gary Gensler attacking crypto. So right now, it's very much a game of protecting profits and setting yourselves up for success. Jumping into trades that have multiple confluences that can help us not only get into healthy trades, but profitable trades, right? Pay yourselves early and let the trade ride into certain areas of confluence that where you think is a good trade. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. It's been a wonderful stream. I've really enjoyed your company. I'm going to go and run into the wall and hopefully make some profitable trades. I'll be in the Discord. I appreciate every single one of you for all your support. Much love to every single one of you. Yes, Felix, that is true. It is a long weekend. So I got a piece of wood across the nose. Looking great. But we out here trying to help you guys. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to go spend some time with Mrs. Otter and Mama Otter and have a great day to every single one of you. God bless. Much love. Mrs. Otter. She's in the shower? Yeah. Oh, I'm going for a shower.